as far as like trainers like this, there wasn't any, and now there's a ton, and I think it's changing the way, just the competitive landscape of youth sports in general, of what kids are getting, the level of just skill work and knowledge is way beyond what I think we learned.
My position at ProFormance is coach, trainer, anything to help these kids, further their skills or dreams of playing at the next level. Well, for our Sunday clinics, we start as young as 6. We actually have a couple 5-year-olds, but for the different age groups, there's different levels of what you're trying to teach. So we try to scale back from the older group. For the younger groups, those 5, 6-year-olds, you're just trying to spark some excitement, some, the love, the passion for the game.
Not everyone has the means to pay a position coach $300 an hour for a couple hours of work. You have those that do this year-round that are able to afford that, and then you have those that just hang out at the park with their friends, right? And then when they try out for their school team, supposedly it's a level playing field, right? But it seems that the separation with different avenues these kids have to work on their skill sets are not equal.
I never had this opportunity, to do what a lot of the kids, can do nowadays. And so it's bringing the coaches from various schools, top guys that are very, very familiar with the 808 talent, and, they know what's out here. And so it's a great resource for the kids, first of all, to have the coaches come on island. And not just that, but again, just can't emphasize that enough on how Rich and his staff, put on a great camp.
When you look back upon GPA, we've had Tua Tagovailoa, we've had Mackenzie Milton, we've had Jordan Ta'amu, we've had Marcus Mariota work on camps and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where when you look out and you see some of these younger coaches, they've definitely been part of GPA. And you look at the staff of, the former NFL guys, the former UH guys, the former Division I college football coaches. These are the who's who in local coaching.
What I've noticed that coaches at an earlier age, not when I was growing up, you played 3, 4, whatever sports you played. Now it seems that the coaches are requiring these kids to make a commitment at an earlier age on what sport they choose to play throughout high school and pursue it into college.
We cannot monitor what your son does at the other practice. What if he's throwing, maybe even if he's not a pitcher, what if he throws 200 baseballs that day, ground balls, fly balls, whatever. Exactly, and then he comes to the practice next day, and my practice day now is my turn. I'm gonna hit a lot of ground balls. There's no way for us to monitor to make sure that, hey, are we overusing this kid's arm? So one rule that we have is that if you play for us, you don't play for anybody else. The other thing that we do to make sure that these kids, we take care of their bodies, that we actually don't play year-round baseball. We will, from right after our tournament season is over, which is normally around July or August, from that point on up until normally about November, December, we actually do conditioning where we don't even throw baseballs. We'll teach the kids exercises.
Again, we've proven that Hawaii athletes can compete, and they do so at a very young level. All they need is the exposure and the competition. So, if we kind of reverse the mindset of not always having to go to the mainland and having some of those events come here, whether it has a national theme or an allure for teams in the Pacific Rim to be a part of, but it underscores everything that we promote about tourism in Hawaii. We're a great gathering place, and in this particular case, sports.